Hey, you guys, this is Desmond, and welcome to Unapologetically Honest, the show where we give our unapologetically honest opinions on the shows that we love and or hate. As always, I am joined by my wonderful co-host, LaCresha.
Hey!
And today we are here to review RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 14, Episode 3, A Pair of Balls. So, LaCresha, what did you think of A Pair of Balls?
It was actually really good. It was long as all get out.
This was a good episode, and I felt like we got a lot of content just for the hour and a half TV slot. I'm like, I like this. Now,
right?
I'm gonna call some shenanigans, and I got screenshots
Ooh.
to call these shenanigans because RuPaul says one thing in the workroom, but then says something completely different on the main stage.
Ooh.
So we're gonna talk about that. But overall, I enjoyed the episode. There was choices made.
Yeah. Choices.
And because of these choices, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
So
Somebody went home a lot sooner than I expected them to go home. I knew they was gonna go home. They just went home a lot sooner than I expected them to go home.
You were trying to put them in your top 4. Remember
that? You see, I backtracked. Before I made it official, I backtracked.
I know.
And was like, never mind, because they're going to go home a lot sooner than I expected them to. I just didn't know it was going to be this soon.
Yeah. Well, honey, let's get up into this gig. Let me share this screen. Make it bigger. There we go. So we start the episode after Diabetes elimination. And the queens walk in. Okay. What is going on? Okay, the queens walk in. They were talking about Diabetes. And then Alicia Keys popped back up on the mirror and pulled the Jade Essence Hall. Look over there.
Over there.
And what
that is like see? Their favorite thing now. Because Lizzo did it last week too. Look over there.
And what do they see? The first 6 queens. So say if you're part of that second group and you see that first group walk in, how would you be feeling right now?
I'm sorry. I got a little distracted. Maddie got some cakes. Anyway. Oh. Sorry. Yeah. I would be a little intimidated. Like it's understandable. You sit here and you make this bond with however many queens you got up in there, and you're like, yeah, this looked like some good folks. These look like some really good contenders. And then next thing you know, it's, oh wait, here come these other 6 bitches.
You have no idea who they are. But they went through, they were excited to see each other. I had to get this screenshot of Carrie because maybe she was stunning.
Oh, yes, always.
Stunning. Oh my
yes. Boobs
anyway,
is out.
This is them finally getting together, having a conversation. And I'm telling you now, these 2 are going to be a hoot and a holler.
Yes, I said they're going to keep I said if nothing else, they're going to keep Angiera around for commentary.
Ooh. Oh, that went back really far. I didn't mean to go back that far. So yeah, these 2 right here are going to be a hoot and a holler together. And I'm excited to see it. I really am.
Yes.
Christine Chu is our guest judge this week. I took this screenshot because it was a full body shot. We'll go back to her a little bit later.
She got some legs.
She do. So it's the next day in the workroom. The 12 queens into the room. And, they're chatting, talking about how they're excited to be here, et cetera, et cetera.
Look at Cornbread, man, spreading.
I think Cornbread's standing up. I just think that's how Cornbread stands.
I know. I'm just saying.
RuPaul enters the room.
Oh, I like the brooch.
That is a cute brooch. I really like that. And then RuPaul lets the queens know that there are 2 queens coming back in the competition.
But we knew that.
We knew that, but they didn't. So here's Orion's story and Diabetes. I called it. They were coming back. But I'm still going to hold on to my first out energy because I was technically right.
Technically.
I was, by default, I was right.
Yes.
I just want to let that be known. So
and I will acknowledge that.
So when I give my first out energy as the seasons come this year, there could be some credibility to it, okay?
Yes.
So,
I'm gonna have to get back on track on my wins though, because I'm not gonna let you sweep me this year.
so June Jambalaya is not happy.
No.
She said, this is bullshit. And I would have said the same thing. Honestly,
right.
don't get me wrong. I'm glad that, they're getting another chance to show themselves. But me as a competitor, I'll be like, damn, this season gonna be 20 episodes. Because I'll be like, y'all are gone.
Because that's already 2 episodes in. Nobody gone.
But it was nice giving the illusion that they were gone.
Right. Because
I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, because last season, we wasted 4 episodes on the premiere alone.
The first queen actually went home. And by the time we got to episode 8, only 3 queens have been gone.
Right.
And it was just like, come on. So it gave us the illusion of somebody going home, which was fine with me. And then somebody legit went home today.
Yes.
So RuPaul then announces that the twist with the chocolate bar this season, Willy Wonka style. So if you pull the chocolate bar that has the golden ticket, you have immunity. You're safe. You don't get to go home. You get to slay another day.
Now, how funny would it be if the person who wins the whole thing is the person who had the golden ticket?
Oh, the producers ain't gonna let that happen, honey. I just want to see who the producers are going to use it on. That's all I want.
That part. Or if they're going to have more than one. I know they said there's only one, but
I don't know. There's only. I don't think there's more than one. I think there's only one golden
legit ticket. One.
Yeah, it's only one. So the queens have to walk up, select their bars, which I think it's effed up that Angeria got to go first. Like, shouldn't the Cornbread, since she won episode 1, go first? Or let them both walk up at the same time and pick their chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed kind of weird to let Angeria go first. That was just me. So they have to sign it. And we had this little funny moment where Maddie got a little confused. I thought that was funny.
A change.
He walked up, he was like, "You're big."
Changing.
So here is our weekly photo of Alyssa Hunter at a drag. Now, they were shady towards Alyssa this episode. Did you notice Alyssa did not get one confessional?
Yeah.
Not a single confessional. And the only time we heard Alyssa actually speak was during the runway when they did a little voiceover for their looks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time this whole episode we heard Alyssa speak. That makes me worried. If they're not showing her, what are you trying to tell us? That she's not going to be here long?
I mean, it's either that or there's some tomfoolery that's about to pop out on Twitter.
Child, who knows? Who knows? Oh, so we move on. RuPaul announces that this week there's 2 balls. The week 1 queens will do the hide and chic ball, where they have 3 categories. And I took screenshots for a reason. Now, when we get to the 3rd runway, I'll have to read those out when we get to the main stage. But there was a change with them too. So RuPaul tells them in the workroom that they need a zebra print resort, a leopard evening gown, and a wedding gown eleganza.
Right.
The red, white, and blue. You got the red hot resort. You got the evening gown. And then wedding gown. Are you hearing the gown?
Yeah, and I'm sitting here thinking, because I'm like, wait
till we get to the runway. Wait till they get to the runway. Some tomfoolery. Anyway, so the queens get their fabric, and the first thing that there was a lot of information went down this episode. We got to see so much character development with a lot of these queens, and I loved it. So the first thing we saw was Maddie, straight conversation, but this time with the week 1 queens, which I saw this coming. But, Maddie has to explain to the week 1 queens, I'm straight. Cornbread.
Messy.
God,
messy cornbread.
Cornbread was like, I knew you were straight. My left titty told me so.
My left nipple.
Like, I only get hard when there's straight men around. I'm like, really? Cornbread?
Good grief.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And poor Carrie was just delusional. She's like, wait, you're straight?
Right?
And Cornbread's like, did you just not hear this conversation? Like, where have you been? Goodness gracious.
She was in her own little world.
Yeah.
She's like me, because I'd have missed all that too.
So I'm kind of jumping through this pretty quickly because we have 42 looks we got to get to.
Yes.
So up next, Diabetes in this dragonfly.
It was kind of serendipitous to me just because I like dragonflies, but at the same time, it was like, ma'am.
Look at Lady Camden. This is not the first screenshot of reactions I got from Lady Camden.
Oh Lord.
She's good. She's good for the reactions. She's good for the reactions. But yeah. So Cornbread being Cornbread said the damn dragonfly was this long. Saying, I will give you $1,000 if you eat it. And plus she called her diabetica.
Diabetica.
If that ain't a black person. If that ain't a black person, diabetica. Oh my God, if that's not a black person, I love her so much. No, I love Cornbread so much. It's one thing about this episode, it's clear that she has to win. She has to win this season. She has to. So they shake on it, $1,000, and she eats the dragonfly. And Diabetes actually stated, because right when you were saying you were ready, I was watching the Roscoe's watch party, and she stated that Cornbread is actually sending her the $1,000 now. So she finna get her coins. Ooh-wee. I was like, ooh. And then she's like, listen, I eat ass so I can eat a bug. I'm like, that's two different things, but okay. See, another shot of Camden's face. Like she's giving me good reactions. She's giving me good reactions. Because that was me. That was me when Dia started eating that bug. I was like, no.
Oh, that's a cool new little background. Have we seen this background?
I'll have to double check. I'm not sure. But the next part that we're going to talk about is Willow's hands. Because of Willow's disabilities, her hands are constantly cold. And it's hard to work with a numbing sensation like that. And this is another reason why I say Cornbread is going to win. This moment right here was so sweet. She came in, she made sure Willow was okay. She helped Willow with this little piece of the garment that they were working on. It was just like, you saw the heart of Cornbread. And like they're
much better person now. I love Silky now, but I did not like Silky on her season.
It's just this was a very heartwarming moment, and it was just I liked seeing that.
That print is cute.
That's why we need to go ahead and just put the crown on Cornbread's head.
Yes, please be our first plus size queen.
And then there's the cup that Willow was using that Cornbread suggested to get to keep her hands warm. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You can call me Kylie Minogue because I love it. So this is where Diabetes actually tells her name.
I've been calling you Diabetica.
The producer is Diabetes. Diabetica. So we move on to the next day when June comes to Orion and says, basically, I wasn't happy you came back.
That was kind of rude.
Yes, but no, because, she's talking about, I'm glad you're here so you get a second chance to show what you got, et cetera, et cetera. But going through the whole lip syncing for my life, and I won, to see that queen just walk back in here, I would have felt away too. I'm not going to sit and lie to you. Let me have to lip sync for my life. I send her home. And then just out of the blue, you come back. Like there's not even a competition, a vote, or nothing. You just come back. I'm going to feel a type of way. So I'm like, so you telling me I lip synced for nothing?
For nothing.
So like I got where she came from, but it was a little rude. It was.
Yes.
Moving on to another great friendship, Angie and Camden.
Yes.
Oh, that was a hoot and a holler. Them two.
It was.
That was a hoot and a holler. Oh, they were tickled. At first, Lady Camden was getting on my nerves, all that. Yeah. I'm like, if you say yeah one more time, I was with them. But when she got back up and said it that last time, it was funny then.
Yeah.
I was like, and did you get a little hint that Angelia might have a crush on Camden?
I'm getting it both ways, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of felt it. I was like, oh, are we gonna have another?
But see, I felt that from their first episode, like
are we getting
episode
another
2.
love story this season? Ooh.
All of Angie.
But yeah, love seeing them. And one of the two mirror moments that we got, we started off with Orion sharing the story of his mother taking her own life.
Yeah.
About the mental illness, the bipolar disorder that she suffered with and that she overdosed. And, I hate hearing stories like this because it's just like, I hate that people are going through this. I hate that people are so down mentally that they truly feel like they're alone. Because I know I've been there, and I'm thankful that I was able to pull myself out of that. And then I see situations of people who weren't able to, and it just hurts my heart. And I just hope we can get to a place where people can reach out for help. People can overcome the disability that they have. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've been there before too. For a minute there was a trend on TikTok where it was like, how long had you been gone if you had been successful, and I had to think about it, and I'm like, well, let's see here. It's at the time it was 2021, and at that time it was 2014, so about 6 years.
It's just, I just hate seeing people struggle, and I just hope anybody out there struggling can get the help that they need. I really do. I just so these type of stories are important. I'm hoping this story touched to somebody else who's gone through a similar thing, who's lost a mother, a brother, a father, a cousin, a best friend to the same thing. Maybe that can help them, but it's just like, I hate hearing about it. I do. So my heart goes out to Orion, even though I feel like Orion should have stayed her ass at the house. Then we got Carrie Colby's story, saying that she was kicked out for being her authentic self. And she was kind of going into details, didn't really get too much into it before Cornbread got real emotional and shared, she started having a breakdown. And basically she's still holding on to the past trauma that happened to her when she was 16. And she shared a little bit about how she didn't feel seen, she didn't feel loved, so she left. And the family didn't even come look. I'm like, how is your child leaving the house and you're not going to go look for them? But hey, Black people get really weird when it comes to the queer community, especially our faith-built family.
Yes.
So it's just like, but that's still your child. You couldn't even go look, make a call, a text, or something. But hey, Cornbread left the room for a second. She had to get her thoughts together. This is her. And she said when she gets home, she's going to talk to her family, because now her and her family are in a great place, which I'm so glad to hear that.
Yes.
So glad to hear that. But I'm glad hopefully she's already spoken with them to start the healing process, because that is a major important. And honestly, you can see she still held on to the trauma. She probably didn't even realize it, but she still held on. So we're moving to the main stage now. It's so weird going from that to now. Let's look at these looks. Whew. All right, so we start off with RuPaul. What do you think of this look here?
I I didn't even really pay attention to it last night. It's interesting.
It's interesting, but I'm not sure. I like it, but I don't like it, but I don't hate it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting. It's different.
You like it, you just don't love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's somewhere in that middle. Like, it's different, and I appreciate her for giving us something a little different, but at the same time, I'm like, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
Avant-garde.
So we have Michelle, just a nice basic look. Carson, who made another bottom joke. And Christine. Now, she was on Dancing with the Stars this past season, so that's how I got familiar with her. I never watched her reality show, and I still don't. But it was nice to see her here. So nice to see her.
I don't know who she is, but okay.
She has a reality show.
Oh, okay.
So now this is one of the few ones that did not change. Zebra Print Resort. We're talking about the hide and seek ball with the week 1 girls. So you're told to bring a zebra print resort look. What would you have brought? Well, while you get your thoughts together, when I hear resort, I think of fun on the beach, having a great time. And I would have gone for a period piece, because when I hear the category, I pause and I think about what I would do before I see the runways. And it's funny because somebody on the red resort wear did what I was going to do. So either if I got red or zebra, I would have done what Jasmine Kennedy did, that 50 inspired bathing suit look. That's the style I would have went for.
Same. That's exactly what I thought about going for as well.
So let's go with the zebra prints. We're gonna go through these quickly. Like I said, there's 42 looks. Let's go. Alyssa Hunter. I like this. I really like this. I thought it was fun, but it doesn't give me resort though. This gives me jockey. We're going out horseback riding. It doesn't give me resort.
Well, maybe she was going for ski resort.
She might have said that. Now that you said that, I think she said that. But still, it didn't give resort. Just to me, even with, now that you said that, I know it's the goggles, even with the goggles. But I still like it. Cute look. Bosco. I love this. I love
Christmas.
this. Huh?
Zebra Christmas.
I love this. Like, again, with the same critique, this doesn't give me resort. But I love this look. This is good. What did you think?
Maybe alien resort somewhere.
Hey, in the future, honey. We're moving on to Willow Pill. And I want to thank RuPaul. He only said Willow Pill once. And it wasn't like over dramatic. It was just like, it's a little pill. Like, didn't do all the extraness with it. So I was okay with it this episode. I'm so good. Maybe they saw the critiques and they were like, okay, we need to edit it to make it look like RuPaul only said it like that once. But what do you think of this look here?
It's a good look. I'm sorry. They're building a patio. And so you hear a lot of metal banging.
I'm gonna say on my end, you can barely hear it. Like, I hear it from time to time, but it's not that loud.
Okay. Okay, because I don't know. No, I like it. It's cute. I'm not quite sure it deserved like the amount of praise that it got.
Listen, I love a good businesswoman's ensemble.
Yes.
And this is very, I'm going on vacation. I'm checking into my hotel right now on my way in. I really enjoyed this look.
Very New Yorker goes to Boca.
Up next is Carrie Colby. Okay, listen. I like this look. If you're going to do the pink down here, you need like a pink belt. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a pink belt would have tied in the boots to her actually outfit, and plus it'll give it a little bit more shape because it looked kind of loose there. So like a cute little belt would have took that up to a 10, but this is a good 8. I love this. Amazing. What did you think?
I like it. Maybe the hat could have had like a pop of pink in it. I don't agree necessarily with the belt because it would have broke the outfit up. But like to top and bottom it with the pink just to anchor it together probably would have worked a little bit better for me. Because it looks like you're going for 2 different outfits at that point. But other than that, I liked it.
Up next is Cornbread Jate. I actually like this. The only thing I don't like is the wig. The hair is too flat.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Giving me safari realness. I'm like, yes, ma'am, we're going on a trip. Like maybe if she had like a cute little updo with one of them safari hats on, I think that would have tied this look all the way together.
Yes, because I don't think she proportions her hair to her body size.
Yeah, because
to be.
Yeah, that seems like a very common critique that because even for the next we'll discuss, but it's just But I like the look. This is real cute. Like which safari we going to? Okay, let's load up. Let's roll out. Uh-oh, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Up next is Orion's story. I like this look.
I think it's cute.
Huh?
I said I think it's cute.
Yes, it's really cute. I love the shoes. I love the thigh-high socks, the skirt. Like it's just, and then when they came out and said it's Heather's inspired, I'm like, I can see it. I can see it. The only thing is the wig. I'm not a big fan of the blonde going into the black. Like if it was like a gray going into black or a white going into black, maybe that would have fit better in my fantasy. But other than that, I like it. Do you have anything to add?
No, I agreed with you.
Okay.
I can't necessarily hear you right now because they're right there.
Yeah. Up next is June Jambalaya, honey. Well, real quickly, give us your opinion on this one.
It was a choice, but I like it.
I love this.
It's good.
I loved every piece of this. This is my favorite zebra wear out of the 7. This one is my favorite. Like, maybe I knew who this woman was as soon as she came out. I'm like, yeah, baby, make sure her stuff is ready as soon as she lands on her private jet. As soon as
bottle of champagne, give me a glass as soon as I walk through the door.
Walk through the door, baby. Don't even have to check in. Just get straight to the elevator and go to the top.
I either need Dom Perignon or Cristal. Give me one,
baby. This is my favorite zebra print resort out of all of them. This was good. This was good. All right, the next is the Red Hot Resort. Up first is Diabetes. I thought this was really cute. This is really cute, but I really don't get resort from it. I get more little girl going to the candy shop. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what she was going for. And you know, I love a polka dot. So
which this makes me wonder, was the list that they told were to bring a red resort look or bring a red look? And now they get there like, oh, it's supposed to be resort wear? Well, I brought this, honey, so we're going to have to make this work. Because honestly, when we get to the second category, where they started messing with the titles, I really think they saw what the Queen's Prom were like, oh, we need to change the runway title of this. But we'll get to it. This is cute. Up next is Angie. I thought this was so cute. The face was right. The outfit, I love the flowiness of it. I wish she would have did just a few more spins for me so I could just see it bounce. This is good. This is really good.
I love it. It was adorable. Gave me like 1950s Marabou vacation wear. And she got some high heels on.
Baby, high heels. All right. Up next is, I almost said diabetes. Deja Skye. I feel like this was just a tad bit too big for her. Especially when she was walking out, you could see the back and it was kind of folding. I think it was just a tad bit too big. And I don't think that is a good combination with the wig and the dress. Like, I don't think this purplish color blends in well. And I saw online that her big thing with wigs is she always does a pastel color. Well, you could, I think maybe even a yellow pastel or maybe a peachy pastel would have done better than this purple one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the lavender hair with the red outfit, and it does look a little bit big on her. I honestly feel like she's a seamstress. Why couldn't you fit yourself?
Yeah, well, maybe she lost some weight in between making the outfit and getting to this point. And by the time she put it on, she's like, oh, snap, I don't have enough time to bring it in.
I could see that.
Because this could be something she just had in her closet and it fit when she made it. We're moving on to Jasmine Kennedy. This is the resort wear look I would have went for. Minus the claws. Like, I didn't like the claws.
Yeah, she's looking like a lobster.
That just kind of took me out of it. I'm like, girl, really? Really? But everything else, it was right. I love the hairstyle. It gives me the very 50 vibes that I was looking for. I personally would have brought the bikini bottom up a little bit higher because, back then they used to have them up here. They used to have them up here, honey. So I would bring that bikini bottom up a little more. But other than that, great. Rather, if I had to do zebra print or this is what I would have brought.
Well, I think she has it in the right spot. It's at her waist, which is where most of them would hit.
I just feel like because Jasmine's a taller queen, it's just there's a little bit too much there. So the makeup for you need to bring it up some more. Especially since you have that tie around you. So they really just can't focus on how long the bikini bottom is. You know what I'm saying? So I would have brought it up just to give more of that accurate space that they had back then for me. But like I said, it's still cute. It works. The shoe, though.
The shoe is questionable.
Up next is George's. This does not give me resort wear.
Not at all.
Baby, like, this gives me, we going to the club on Friday night. We're going to burn, baby, burn. Ow!
Studio 54 is what I'm getting.
Like, she looks stunning, and her walk is severe. I love George's walk, baby. But this is not resort wear.
What resort you going to? That isn't even like sea resort wear. Cruise wear, unless you were going to one of their nightclubs.
This is nightwear. This is nightwear. We have Lady Camden up next. I love this move. I love this look.
Yes, she went for classic resort wear.
Yes, she came out and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go to her later and get my reading. It's just like, it's good. It's really good. This is my favorite of the red resort wear looks. This was just, it was everything for me. This was. And then Maddie Morphisus.
I thought it was a cute outfit. It just was extremely pedestrian.
Honestly, I think it should have been brought in a little bit. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it, no.
I think maybe a different wig and had it just formed to the boobies just a little bit more and been a little bit tighter in the waist and had a different shoe. Because it is resort wear, just not very good.
Okay, so here where the tomfoolery comes in. In the workroom, we saw it from the screenshot earlier, It said leopard evening gown. What does it say now?
Leopard evening wear.
I feel like they changed the word from gown to wear because they realized the queens didn't bring gowns in their leopard looks.
No.
Like something, it had to. I really think they had to change the last one to make sense of who won. Because in the workroom, RuPaul clearly said wedding gown eleganza.
Yes.
But when we get to the final round, it was named to animal print bridal couture.
Yeah.
Well, why we take gown out of there? Are we trying to push something? But anyway, let's get into these leopard evening wear. Up first is Alyssa Hunter looking stunning. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Mm-hmm.
I like the hat, and the belt is good. The sleeves are questionable, but you like dramatics. I'm not a big dramatic person.
It's drag. We need the dramatic, okay? It's cute to tone it down, but it's drag, honey.
But see, she edits really good, so
she does. Orion needs to talk to her about the edit because that first look was great, but those last two looks, I agree with the editing note for Orion, but we'll get to Orion in a minute. But yes, amazing. Good job, Alyssa. Bosco, I did not like this.
No.
Not at all. And my thing is, if you're going to do clashing patterns, you need to do more than two. So it can look very intentional. I don't particularly care for this top piece. The pants are cute. I like the pants.
The pants are cute.
Even
the
though
pants and the purse go well.
Mm-hmm.
The corset and the bralette don't go. And I think it's because the bralette and the corset are more vibrant than the muted tones of the purse and the pants.
Yeah, I didn't particularly care for this. And this is when I started noticing, I'm like, wait, they're supposed to have a gown on. I'm like, Alyssa didn't have a gown on. Now you're not wearing a gown. So when I went back to get screenshots, I noticed the change of the titles of the runways. And I'm like, oh, they tried to pull an okie doke on this.
Mm-hmm.
But we're moving on to Willow Pill. I love this.
Yes.
I love every piece of this. This is my favorite leopard look of the bunch.
Yeah.
This, ma'am, let me work.
She came for your neck.
I was like, okay, Willow.
And I do appreciate the fact that she went with red hair as opposed to blonde or black hair like most people would have went for.
I was hoping she would have gone with more like, I don't even know what to call it.
Platinum blonde.
No. You know, you know how we have our midnight blues and we have our midnight purples? I was hoping she would do like a midnight green.
Midnight what?
Like a green color. I don't know why, but I feel like that would be really cute with this. But yeah, I love this. My favorite. Check. Up next is Carrie Colby. I love this.
You love a business suit. I like the fact that the hat spins.
The only thing is it doesn't give me evening wear, since it's not a gown anymore. It doesn't give me evening wear. This gives me, I have a business dinner, a business luncheon, and I want to look fabulous.
This gives me more like midnight shopping trip at Tiffany's.
And then I love how the hat spun. I was like, come on, WWE title spinner. But yes, this is a really good look for Miss Carrie Colby. It's just, I don't see evening wear.
No.
Up next It's cornbread with the K, as RuPaul kept saying.
Oh my God.
It,
The
I feel
wig
like
kind of throws it off. I think the wig needed to be a different color. Or it
that,
needs to
and
be
I wish there was more leopard.
blended in more.
Yeah, like maybe if you would have done the mermaid into this skirt, maybe in the leopard to tie it more in. But yeah, the looks from Miss Cornbread this week really kind of threw me off because
Questionable.
that
Now,
first look
see,
was so good.
right. I think if it had been trimmed more with that velvet leopard she has on the collar
Yeah,
and the belt had been in that,
yeah.
then it probably would have worked better. And that hair needed to be toned down 2 shades.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a soft toot. Like I still like it, but there's a few critiques, just a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to Orion's story. What is this?
A
What
jumpsuit.
is this? Baby, this is where the editing needs to come in. This headpiece, no. This belt, no. This little flap right here in the front, I would have cut that, kept the long skirt in the back so you can still see the silhouette of everything else. And the whole showing down the boob. Can you stop showing your boobs, ma'am? Why is it every time you get on the runway, you show us your titty?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to see your titties.
Mm.
Okay? But what do you think of Miss Story's look?
Yeah, I like the outfit. There, I think that little rando strap on one side should have been copied on the other side. And then, like, yeah, the headpiece needed to go. The shoes are cute though.
Oh, yes. Like this has potential to be an awesome ensemble.
That
But like
stupid
Michelle
headpiece
said,
kind of killed it, and the hair needed to be back. Because she went from being like sexy goddess of the jungle to Amazon queen.
she's a super queen. All right, up next is June Jambalaya. Now, I like this look.
Yes.
But honey, if you can't walk in it, there's some adjustments that need to be made, okay?
It needed to have been taken up. I feel like this was like a last minute outfit, and she did not get it.
She could have really made this work because I noticed there's a slit in the front of this.
Right.
I would have grabbed one end, grabbed the other end, and walked with it up in my hands to where I could give a very first walk, throw it around, make it look good. And if the slit wasn't long enough, I would have just cut it up to make the slit go even higher.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I think
like
it's a jumpsuit. I think it's a jumpsuit. And I still would have, at the very least, picked the front half of the side up so that I could walk and just played it off like, yeah, I'm showing you the outfit.
That part, if there is a jumpsuit under that, the skirt is still what she's tripping on. So I would have picked it up and we would have been hitting it. Ain't no tripping on the runway. And this wig, I do not like this wig. I like this outfit.
Mm-hmm.
But she could have presented it better on the main stage. All right, evening wear. Why I gotta be white? When originally it was evening gown, all in white. Again, they cut the gown out.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, up first is Diabetes. I like this look.
Yeah, that is a good look.
It gave me very Countess from American Horror Story Hotel.
Yes, very much so.
Lady Gaga's character, darling. But
I know who she is.
I know. I'm just stating the character. I wasn't saying it like you didn't know.
It's like, I know that.
I'm gonna say I wasn't saying it like you didn't know, friend.
I can't laugh. I can barely move.
Up next is Andrew. Now I know better than this screenshot. Did I take it? No, I didn't.
No,
I
you
know better
didn't.
than this screenshot. Let me zoom in.
You do, Desmond. You do. It's blurry.
I had to zoom in, but I love this look.
Oh yeah.
This it was right for me.
Look, Angeria knows how to put an outfit together. And like in all honesty, there should have been like 2 winners this episode.
In all honesty, no, there shouldn't have.
Well, there should have been one. Should have been one, which is what I was gonna get to before you interrupted me. But you know, Rue got her picks, and I've noticed in the last couple of seasons, if she pick on you, that means she like you. And you just gotta grin and bear it. And so I have a feeling somebody gonna be there for a really long time. You just not gonna win the show.
Up next is Deja Skye. I like this look.
Oh yeah.
Now that it's no longer evening gown, but evening wear.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Oh yeah. Very fancy lady. Award show. Heart of somebody's ocean.
Mm-hmm. Jasmine Kennedy, I didn't like this look.
Well, one, it's not white, it's nude.
Yeah. This, and then she had the nerve in Untucked to be like, I should have been in the top. No, you shouldn't have.
No. But them shoes.
Oh, the shoes
die for.
Shoes are nice.
Yes, I love the shoes.
Up next is Gorgeous.
Did she step on your neck again?
I love this look. Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Now, somewhere in there was a Selena reference.
Is it? I know her final look was a Selena reference. Is this a Selena reference too?
No, unless it was going for her last award show, her Grammys award look.
Oh, I can't think of that look off the top of my head. I'll Google it later. But yeah, this is, I like.
Oh yeah. I wish those stockings looked a little different though.
Up next is Lady Camden. I do not care for this look.
No, it's too much and not in the best way.
Yeah.
Like I'm going very 3D, and like that's just too much 3D. I like the top. You could have done without the bow at the bottom.
I think if she would have got rid of the bow in this piece of fabric here.
If that piece of fabric had been in the back. If the bow had been in the back. And then it would have just been
cut the bow all together.
I
think she should have cut the bow all together.
The bow needs
rest of the fabric on the back. I like that idea. I like that.
Yes.
Up next is Maddie Morphisus. I actually like this look.
I did too.
I was shocked the judges didn't. I was like, oh.
That part, I really feel like they're just, I think that it's unnecessary picking. They're literally picking at straws that this straight cis male has figured out drag and can do it at least decently.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this look. Queen of the Stars, it was really nice. I forgot to mention, Angeria is my favorite white evening look.
I agree.
But this is a close second. This was cute. I liked it. This. All right, so I forgot to get the screenshot, but for the final one, it got changed from wedding gown eleganza to animal print bridal couture.
Yes.
So, anyway, so animal print bridal couture. First is Alyssa Hunter. I'm not a big fan of this.
No, why is it that every time people go with gold lame or any kind of animal print, they immediately go to fiery red hair?
I'm not sure.
Orangish red hair. I do not like it.
The face is right. That's it.
Yeah, I don't like that hair. That hair kind of F's it up for me. The outfit's not cute either, but.
And Alyssa was another one that was talking about they should have been in the top. And I'm like, no.
Not with this outfit.
No. And for me, I put more weight in the outfit that you made.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, like if I was going to break it down percent, 50% of how I'm judging you is off of the outfit you made, and then 25% for the other two looks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm really going in off of what you brought to this main stage because the design part to me is the actual challenge. The other two were just, oh, look at these looks that looky here.
This is what I brought, and this is what I made.
And this just wasn't it for me. Bosco was next. I didn't like this either. It doesn't give me.
It doesn't help that the reds don't match.
Excuse me. It doesn't give me Bridal at all.
No, it gives me like strange mother of the bride.
Not even that. Like some crazy lady who broke in and was trying to crash the wedding, but stood out.
I like the red flounce. I like the silhouette. I like the flounce. It's just not the right materials.
I am second guessing having her in my top 4 now. But I'm gonna stick it out. Maybe she'll surprise.
Beside her.
Maybe she'll surprise me. Now, when we get to the acting and comedy challenges, watch, she's gonna shine me in. But this, no. Willow Pill, this is stunning. This is fucking amazing. But when I first saw it, I'm like, this isn't a gown. They said RuPaul said you had to make a wedding gown because I wasn't listening to Ru when Ru was talking about category is. And I'm like, where's the gown? Why are we not wearing gowns? Because Bosco wasn't wearing a gown. And Alyssa, in my opinion, the gown should have touched the floor. If it's a gown, it needs to touch the floor, okay?
Yeah.
What's going on with these gowns? There are no gowns. And then
I think that's why they changed it to bridal couture, because like there are different wedding dresses. Gowns are usually like the long ball gown or the mermaid gown, but brides are wearing more than just ball gowns.
And see, I wouldn't mind that if you didn't say gown at the beginning of the episode. Right. And it wasn't until I got these screenshots I realized, oh no, they changed it when we got to the main stage. But I fucking, this is my favorite look of the animal print wedding bridal extravaganza eleganza Death Drop City. This is my favorite of this category. The pants, the makeup, like it's just Willow did this. This was stunning.
With cold hands and everything.
Up next is Carrie Colby. No. I love you, girl. No. Cornbread. No. Love you, girl. But no. Orion. I like this. But I agree with the edit button. Like the bow in the back, get rid of it. These sleeves that are just hanging off, get rid of it. These gloves are unnecessary.
It would have been different if those sleeves had like crisscrossed, and then it would have been a design choice as opposed to.
And if you're gonna give us Peggy Bundy realness, give us the Peggy Bundy hair, okay?
That part.
You were doing a tribute to your mother, but in the picture they showed your mama had big hair. So
borrow somebody's red wig.
Give us some big hair. Even if you did it brown, just give us that Peggy Bundy style. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love those shoes though.
Oh, the shoes are lovely. But like I said, this is another outfit that could have been great if she would have edited. June Jambalaya. You know it's an issue when she went let go of that bouquet. Now trying to show them this upper part of the outfit. She was not. She was holding on to that for dear life.
Them stockings I have an issue with. Yeah. And she could have did so much more with that top part had she shown it. Because the colors don't, they're not bad together. But you made a tube top and then draped some stuff over it. You could have did a lot more to make it look like it was more than what it was.
All right, we're moving on to, hold on, they renamed this one to Red, White, and Blue Bridal.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Crystal Method. Diabetes did a good job here. Well, it doesn't help that, season 12 had the red, white, and blue runway.
That part.
So it's just like, yeah, but this is really cute. I love this. It gave when she said bridesmaid, I got it. And then I've recently found out making ruffles aren't easy. So I give her extra points for that. Because I was watching the pit stop this morning and Violet mentioned making ruffles is not easy. And I'm like, oh, well, I got to give her extra,
Yeah, because you have to make twice as much yardage, and then you got to sew through twice and pull it, and then you have to like finesse it so that it's just enough ruffle. So yeah, making ruffles is hard.
Angeria.
Oh God.
This is my favorite of the red, white, and blue bridal looks. Like, oh my goodness.
And she made that.
Oh.
She made that. That's
her
not
and another queen really showed out. We're going to get to her in a minute. But yes. Yes.
Like she just serves it every single look. Like she knows her shapes.
Why are you gagging? She brings it to you every ball.
Right?
Oh, so good. So good. Diabetes. This is another one I really liked.
Burn this brocade fabric.
Hey, don't be hating. Don't be hating. I love, like, this is good. This is what I wish the first red outfit she wore. That's what makes me think maybe she made that one a while ago and she lost a few pounds because she made this and look, it fits just fine.
Right.
And it just, everything's right for me. I really enjoyed this look from Deja Skye. This is really good. This is really good. What did you think?
It was a good look. I said, look at, she really likes brocade fabrics. I think maybe she needs to find smaller patterns maybe when she does it. I mean, I know she didn't really have a fabric choice theoretically, but the bigger patterns to me make her look bigger.
Baby, I embrace the bigness, honey. Give us the curves, the swerves, all of it. I'm here for it. Jasmine Kennedy is next. I don't really like this. She's another queen. If she would have just edited this down a little bit, I possibly could have liked it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
The star on her shoulder. Girl, take that off.
They did say Evil Knievel. Bridal Couture.
And then she want to reference Miss Congeniality, the first one. Don't reference one of my favorite movies like that. No, ma'am. You will never be Miss Idaho. I mean, Miss Rhode Island. You will never be Miss Rhode Island. You better stop that. Up next is Georges. This was cute, but it didn't give me bridal at all.
It was questionable.
This gives me something like what a teenager would wear to prom today.
That part. But she's like, what, 21, 22, something like that?
I think so. I think her and Willow are the youngest. I want to say they're around that age.
But apparently she's younger than Willow is. So, because Willow was bratting about that.
Yeah, I'm younger in the face. I remember that. Thought that was funny. But yeah, so maybe that's why she went this route. But yeah, I like it. It's not bridal. So I was confused on her placement, but we'll continue, darling. This is the other queen I want to give major shout outs to. This is fucking amazing. You telling me you made this in 8 hours?
Yeah, that is a good look.
And like, did she hand paint some of this on here?
It looks like spray paint.
Like, the only thing I don't like and what stopped it from being my favorite look is this little, whatever you want to call this, wrapped around her body. That ain't cute. But baby, this, I'm like, you know what? Let me give you a clap, Lady Camden. Let me give you a clap because this is amazing. Beautiful. Just take that off.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you think of this look?
It was a good look. I was like, oh, okay, she made that in how long? Because I mean, the silhouette is easy to do. It's just waiting on the different paints to dry because those are two different forms. And you got one layer and then the next layer and then another layer. And you can't stack those on top of each other. There's at least,
I want to say 3 layers going on here.
Yes, because there's the inner star spray painted for right the blue and the white.
Yeah.
And then there's the inner star
right here
that's spray painted blue. And I don't think there's a white inner star.
This is just amazing. Maddie Morphisus is our last queen, and this is okay. Like, it's not bad. It's nothing to write home about.
No. I think the one thing Maddie probably needs to figure out is I think they still go with their natural shape. I don't think that they pad like they necessarily need to. Like if there was more hips to it, I think I would have liked it a little bit more because it would have gave her a shape as opposed to being straight up and down. Because at this point, especially with the makeup, Maddie just looks like a man in a dress.
Oh no, I don't see man in the dress. I don't see man in the dress. This was okay. But we'll get into it. So we have all of our queens here. And I'm finna tell you who the tops and bottoms were. Our tops this week were Willow Pill, Angeria, and Georges. Our lows this week was Orion, Maddie, and June Jambalaya. Who agree with these placements?
I don't think Georgia should have been high.
Correct.
So I don't like that outfit.
Yeah, I would have bumped Georges down. And if I had to bring somebody up from their group, it would have been either Daya or Lady Camden. But I think I enjoyed this final outfit for me. Is what
I like Lady Camden's outfit a little bit more.
Yeah,
than
like
I like
for me, like this was a lot better. And I want to say I feel like this group was the stronger group when it came to the looks collectively.
Yes.
So it made sense that 2 of the tops came from this group. So like I would replace that with Lady Camden. Now over here, I love my girl Cornbread. I would have replaced her for Orion.
Yeah.
I love my girl Cornbread, or even Carrie Colby, to be real with you. Because the looks just wasn't up to par. But looking at this, I would have put Cornbread in Orion's spot.
Based off of the color clashing, or
just based off of the details for Cornbread. It was just like there was always something wrong with each outfit. And for me with Cornbread, there was more wrong than right. With Orion, there was more right than wrong. Like I said, she just needed that edit.
Yes.
I feel like Cornbread really, except for that first look, I really enjoyed that first look. The other 2 looks just didn't give me what I need from Cornbread. So I think I would have put Cornbread as the low placement, but I do think the bottom 2 is correct. Because
I think the first outfit and part of the second outfit might have been what made Cornbread safe.
But I do agree because the bottom 2 is June and Maddie. I do agree with those 2 being the bottom 2 of the week. It's just I would have put Cornbread in this low position, and I would have put Lady Camden right here in this high position. So our winner this week was Willow Pill. She won a cash tip of $5,000. Do you agree with Willow Pill winning?
Not necessarily. I think
last night I was saying hell no, because I was still thinking gown.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming back and I noticed they changed the categories when they got to the main stage. I'm like, I see what they did here.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm okay with Willow winning.
Yeah.
But baby, Miss Angeria, because at first I was like, oh no, Angie should have won this.
Yes.
But then seeing what they did, I'm like, they probably did it to give Willow the win. But since they did it, and that's what the category was, I'm okay with Willow winning because she did a great job. I don't want to act like Willow didn't do good.
Right. We're not going to downplay her.
You know. But Angie, it's okay. As you can see, Angie loves being in the top. So I see Angie being in the top way more.
Yes.
And just from the clip we saw of next week's acting challenge, that was funny to me. But they like to misdirect. They like to do a misdirect.
Right.
So if they're not playing with us, it looks like she might do well next week too.
Hey.
But our bottom three were Orion, June, and Maddie. And our Orion was safe. Alyssa was shocked about that. Alyssa's like, what? Are you sure? Did you see what she was wearing? That's basically, I'm reading Alyssa's mind. You see what she's wearing, right?
Either that or they were shocked Maddie was in the bottom.
Oh, that. And they lip sync to I Love It by Kylie Minogue. Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This song is off of Kylie's last album, Magic, which came out, I think it came out in 2020 or early 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of my favorites. So, I'll be bumping it. And it never fails.
Mm-hmm.
Every time there's a Kylie Minogue song, it's never given to the right queens.
No.
Only once. When I was going to cancel Kennedy Davenport and Jasmine Masters, they did that. Oh, they did that. But every other Kylie Minogue song that was used, it didn't hit like it was supposed to. It didn't. So this lip sync did not hit like it should have.
It didn't. I was confused.
Honestly, this is my least favorite lip sync of the year so far.
Yeah. Make a note.
My thing is, Maddie was doing okay.
Yeah.
June was serving.
Giving.
She was giving it, but it was sloppy.
Them shoes.
It was sloppy. Because she takes off that cape. And honestly, that alone, I'm like, honey, you should have walked out in that.
Yeah.
I would have accepted that more than what you got going on over there. She takes this off. And even here, if she would have stopped right here and just took that off and kept lip syncing, I feel like she would have been fine. But nope, she took the wig off. And then the top started to come down. And like I said, I watched the pit stop this morning. And Violet said, why didn't you pin that down?
Right.
Where it stays so you're not having to keep lifting it up. Or I even say glue it down. Something. Glue it to the bra. Like, baby, I would have made sure that was secure. Because she was giving what needed to be given. It was just so sloppy. And Maddie was okay. Maddie was doing all right, but Maddie was tripping over June's clothes most of the time. And then, baby, she kicked off her shoes.
Yeah, that was the end for her.
I'm like, do you not watch Drag Race? You keep your shoes on.
Keep your wig on, keep your shoes on, keep your dress on.
That's been a thing since like season 4. If you take off your shoes, you finna lose. Especially since you're halfway through the performance, honey. You could have kicked it and whipped it a little bit longer in the shoes. I think they would have been okay if you would have kept them shoes on. But I gotta give her the split. She did that. She did that. And then here's one of the moments where Maddie almost tripped over June's clothes. And my thing is, if I'm gonna do a reveal or if I'm gonna take clothing off, I'm gonna make sure I throw it into the corner or something to where nobody trips over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because a lot of them do that. They'll either throw it in front of them or they'll throw it to the side. They don't.
Yeah, so that it's not in the way, so that nobody gets tripped and hurt themselves. But this could also be something of June's her inexperience, because I watched her what you packing last night. She's only been doing drag for 2 years.
Yep, I saw that. She said that in Untucked too. That she'd only been doing it for
Untucked.
2 years. Huh?
I said I must have missed that in Untucked.
Yep. Or I heard it somewhere, but she says she'd only been doing drag for 2 years. So it was Untucked, right when they were getting ready to right, like during their 10-minute warning to come back to the stage.
Got you. Okay. At that point, I was with Cornbread, sick and tired of Jasmine running her damn mouth. I'm like, girl, shut up. But yeah, the lip sync is over. Who do you think won the lip sync?
I mean, if she wouldn't have jacked herself up the way she did, I really think June would have won it.
If it wasn't so sloppy, I agree. June probably would have won it. But when she took off them shoes, I knew that was it. I'm like, oh,
yeah, it was over at that point. Like
she going home.
I was sitting there and I'm peeling my shrimp and watching, peeling my shrimp and watching. And all I heard was Cornbread say, girl, she took her shoes off. And I looked, I said, well, shit. I said, well, it's a good thing I took her out my top.
Baby, I saw her go home and I'm like, oh, she dodged a bullet with that one. She dodged a bullet, honey. Yes, she did. It's just that lip sync was a hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
It
that
really
was the sloppiest lip sync. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
You're fine, honey.
I hit my hip and it hurts so bad.
Yes, honey. It's just, this lip sync really let me down. Because the first two were decent. And I'm like, okay, we can work with this, honey. But this one, like I said, is definitely my least favorite of the bunch.
Yes.
All right. So RuPaul announces that Maddie won the lip sync. I was really indifferent about it. Like I said, honestly, she probably could have sent them both home, if you ask me. This seemed like a double elimination to me.
Yeah, because like usually when it's that messy, she would send both of them home.
Yeah, but Maddie was saved, and June had to sit there and open up her chocolate bar, and she just had chocolate in hers. So RuPaul had to tell her to sashay away. So technically not our first queen to be eliminated, but our first queen to
go home.
Yeah, to go home. And then she said, thank you for finally giving me my drag family. Love, June.
Oh.
But that is the episode. So, as we always do, we got to remind each other of our top fours. I have them written down here. My top four was Cornbread, Willow Pill, Angie, and Bosco. Your top four: Angie, Carrie Cornbread, and Maddie. And I went ahead and added Stephanie's 2 R's when she sent it to us. She had Maddie, Cornbread, Angie, and June. So she's already down 1. Already down 1.
Our unofficial 3 host.
Yeah. So I'm excited for next week. The preview looked fun, but this episode has been way too long. I blame them 42 looks. Yes. So, LaCresha, where can they find you on the social media platforms?
I am at Cretia McGill on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SimplyDesmond. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.